Tutorial was started in the city of Rourkela in the year 1991 with a key objective how to provide pre-entrance coaching to the NMIET. The different centers were opened at Baleshwar, Paradip, Bhubaneswar, in so many cities of Odisha. And as of now, you will see, you go to SCB or any renowned hospital in the state of Odisha or also maybe out of the state of Odisha, you will find many of the doctors and many of the engineers. As of this today, they are the product of NMIET. Objective of you all as well. So all these things has happened. So we are here, this institute is here, and so many hundreds and thousands of students, in fact, they are working in different places of this world because of one person. So he is our beloved chairman, sir, Dr. Ramesh Chandra Parekh. So dear students, I was here also in the year 2004 to 2008 almost. So when the institute was started in the very infant stage, so I had got come over here, complete your study, get all your concepts clear, complete the syllabus, all the subjects, maybe to your branch of engineering, maybe to other branches of engineering, whatever been stipulated by the University of Technology, all the subjects you cover. Get good academics, get good training, get placement, but that should not be the only objective in your life. That should not be the only objective in your life. So he had given a very strong message to all the students. You should also keep in your mind, I will always not be a job seeker. Definitely I will be a job giver. That place also you have to keep your mind. So we all should not be all the students should not be job seekers. At least some of the students should be entrepreneur, you should be job giver, and that spirit also should be in your mind. So in fact that is the theme of today's third foundation day. A very renowned figure, not only of Odisha, but he is a truly international figure. Chancellor of BHUBANESWAR University of Technology from 2005 to 2010.
Be in the midst once again. And last year when I had come here, experience because it was in the midst of nowhere, almost a field, and this institute. That's me or gives me a feeling of pride. Who was always the symbol of and an epitome of confidence. Because when he started his efforts, he did not have a kind of model and the conviction in the mind, he moved forward. So from the NM tutorials to NMIET when he graduated, as it were, by then he had established himself as an educationist, and I thought I would choose a topic on essentially how the entrepreneurship and the engineering education will go together, which is also today's topic that we have chosen, entrepreneurship. So India has a pivotal role for India. India has a pivotal role in the world when it comes to higher education. And internationalization and globalization, they are mostly research and development laboratories. They do not carry a good impression of the private companies in India. I thought they are only influencing money from the people, either parents or students or whatever. One was Providence in Holland, and the other one British Steel. The British Steel, the symbol of British pride. It was a symbol of British pride. Time was during the British time when India college becomes a university. One has a feeling of elevation. There are private partners, private government partnership, PPP mode and so on. I will not talk about it today. Today, if you are talking of artificial intelligence, if you are talking of blockchain, if you are talking of machine language, these operate in Pune. We operate in 16 different places in India. It is mind-boggling that you have more than 12,000 and you have more than 51,800, so 52,000 column 122. Close to 44 million students. The principal was telling what MBA does, what NAC does, and so on. I'll talk about it. Why? Because ranking according to... There is a huge opportunity, of course. So many 580 million people in the age group of 5 to 24. We have, what I'm trying to tell, is this demographic dividend or this is demographic liability? I'll show to you is worth $50 billion US. I will repeat to the front row friends here. So therefore, if you are good, then the possibility of doing this. Next. There is a government policy support, investments are coming, foreign direct investments are coming, all these are happening. But these are actually enablers. They are not destinations by themselves. Oftentimes, whatever you read in the newspapers every day, most of that is data. You put a filter there, what is it that you want, then it becomes information. So the students I see in front of me, you are all very, very fortunate. You have come to a good institute like BHUBANESWAR. Imagine, but if you learn, this is another important thing, all the professors who are here, faculty members, I will talk about only a few of them. Teaching in mother tongue is another point, and 20 of them are roughly 20 in the diploma and 20 in engineering. To some of the English words or the long sentences, then you can go to a library, fall back on the Odia book and see what the translators have done. And by doing that, you may be able to understand the subject better. Kantara kichela. The action and reaction to saman hogala. How do you explain this? The action and reaction are equal. The opposite equal cancel because the action is acting on the wall, the reaction is on my head of equal and opposite. So if I have given a 13 kg force on the wall, nothing happens to the wall because the wall is designed to take much higher load. Right? Whereas my head, it will break with 12 kg force, let us say. But what is the crux? The crux here is that action and reaction will place on the same body. They are taking place in two different bodies. So if I have not understood that, तापर मुझे कि ऑक्सफोर्ड में पढ़े कि कैम्ब्रिज में पढ़े कि जहाँ करे, it doesn't matter. Hong Kong is smaller than BHUBANESWAR, but it is a country. I think on the return path it had. Because in engineering is building professionals. Who is a professional? A professional is a separate entity. So I have to remain a separate entity. I have to be myself, and then professional. Another day I will talk about that because the professionals are most important. IEA, of which there are 25. Some kind of diploma. So therefore, we have all these four. Now, do this. Why? If you are doing a 4-year mechanical engineering in NM Engineering College, let us say NMIET, IET, 2 years I can do here. My philosophy. So the history of education in India is quite old, from Buddhism till today. And for those of you who must be knowing, Ratnagiri, Lalitgiri, Udayagiri, about 80 kilometers from here, the Buddhist hamlets, became a world body because of the fact that Amartya Sen became the chancellor. Now, and it was in the vicinity of Udayagiri, Lalitgiri, Ratnagiri. These are all the Buddhist villages. One of them was the medicine, the other one was the surgery man. So this is Sushruta. Sushruta was the surgeon. So Sushruta is making actually, who can tell me? We have done some work for the past 20 years only on this. One of them you can recognize from the helmet, from the headgear. He has to be Alexander the Great from Greece, who came as a conqueror. And who does he conquer here? Guru. I want the students to answer. Hello. Thank you. So Puru. Puru was a king in Punjab. So he conquered him. But in this picture, Puru is handing over something on a platter. On a platter, on this, he is handing over something. Kuru lost the war, or Kuru lost the battle. But he is handing over something on the platter to Mr. Mr. The first game, but the championship I won. How? Because I have the technology. I have the technology in my hand. My technology is called the high carbon steel. It is called Wood's metal, WOODZ, from which Damascus sword was made. This is Damascus sword. This Damascus sword was a mystery throughout the world. The British were scared of that. Tipu Sultan was using it near Bangalore to Mysore. If you go on the national highway, you will find Tipu Sultan's fort there. Famous names in physics, works in Damascus swords of India. Why? Because of this. And out of the material which I had got, in Delhi Ayurveda, one, just about one, two, okay. Inscription, Dhauligiri. Maybe you have seen. But people who come to Dhauligiri, how many of you have been to Konarak temple? Can you raise your hands? Practically all. Is this Konarak temple? These iron beams are there in Konarak. As you enter Konarak on the right hand side, you find they are all laid up there by ASI, Archaeological Survey. That's not true. That's what I want to show in the last 2 or 3 slides. So this is our Bhubaneswar. So what is great about him? Samanta Chandrasekhar, because he wrote Siddhanta Darpan, 2500 slokas or hymns, and one was added after 2 years. So 2501 slokas. But what did he? 17th century. So your ancestor, Samanta Chandrasekhar, is equal, normally considered equal to the best in the whole world as astronomer. And India transformed. How ancient India transformed the world. So from Amartya Sen's book, The Argumentative India, from Buddhism, to Dalrymple's work of
visa.
Ranjan Mahapatra and associated with NM tutorials, NM Institute of Engineering and Technology, especially with Dr. Ramesh Chandra Parida from 2004 onwards. And I was here as the Dean of Students Welfare of NMIET from 2004 to 2016. And as far I know, Dr. Ramesh Chandra Parida is a very visionary person and a good entrepreneur, and he is a very good edupreneur also. And he loves his colleagues and his employees, treat him very well. And I wish all his life and live in peace happily for all the times. Thank you.
What is the vision of NM Group in the recent future?
NM Group is make more number of students and technologically and entrepreneurially and more developed and more enthusiastic and more employable in the state or outside the state.
The students.
Students of these institutes are guided by very good people like Santosh sir and other faculty members are there. They are guiding students in the right way and how they will be sellable in the international market, also national market.
Thank you, sir.